Welcome back to the Movie Talk Podcast. I am your host, Rick. Follow me on Instagram, Rick_BHR. Hit the email at themovietalkpod@gmail.com. If you got any type of request that you want me to do, if you want to tap in with me to see if I seen the movie or if I haven't done a review on a movie, you just want to, hear me rant about a movie, hit me up. Again, you can hit me on Instagram, Rick_BHR, and you can hit me at the movie talk pod at gmail.com. And again, like I said, if I seen the movie and I didn't do a review on it, I'll do it. And if I haven't seen the movie, I'll watch it and then I'll you know, talk about it on the pod. For those who do listen to the pod, I do apologize for the absence. I actually have two other podcasts. So I have a podcast that I do, a solo podcast that I do called Jack Talk Podcast, and I have a podcast that I do called The Popular Nobodies with my boy Seven. And it's just been getting caught up. You know what I mean? When I started podcasting, I had a bunch of different ideas on what I wanted to do as far as what type of podcast I wanted to do. And I kind of started like 3 or 4 different podcasts. So there was a point in time when I was doing 4 podcasts, just different things. But, I'm back over here and, like I said, I want to build this up and get some interaction and, talk some movies, man, have some movie talk and just, share movies. And hopefully I can build a community that can share movies with me and, put me on the movies I haven't seen. I could put y'all on the movies y'all haven't seen and we could just become our own community. That's the goal. Again, like I said, I'm not a movie critic. I just like talking about movies because I like watching movies. So, spread the word. And again, like I said, if you got a request, just hit me on my socials. Any way to reach out to me, it's always in the description. Plus it's in the bio. And we could do it like that. Let's get into something, man. Where are we going? We're gonna go Mortal Kombat. I got my phone here. Give me 1 second. Mortal Kombat came out. Mortal Kombat came out a couple of weeks ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, something like that. And I was excited. Like, I'm a fan of Mortal Kombat, the game. I have them all. So I'm a fan, and like I said, I remember going to the movie theater in 1995. When the original Mortal Kombat came out. You know, understand what I'm saying? 11 years old. And that was like a thing, it was like, oh man, like this is crazy, and then I don't really remember the second Mortal Kombat too much. The first one was cool. If you didn't see the first Mortal Kombat, I mean, it was okay. I look at it like it's something to watch. I'm not gonna say it was the greatest movie. I probably will have to rewatch it just to get my probably have to rewatch it just to get my my recollection up of it. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's just one of those things. But like I said, it's something to watch. And if you're a movie head, you're gonna watch movies just for the sake of watching them. That's what I do. Even if something is halfway trash, I'll still watch the movie. And then, even though I know it's trash, sometimes I just be like, you know what? I want to see how this movie ends. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, so the first Mortal Kombat was okay. Plus, again, I was 11. I've watched it a couple of times after that, but maybe in passing, I ain't really paid too much attention to it. Now this Mortal Kombat, I will say, the one that recently dropped, I had high expectations. You know what I'm saying? I had high expectations. And I'm not saying that I didn't like the movie, because I actually liked the movie. I see a lot of people don't like the movie, but I actually like the movie and I'm gonna watch it again. you know, on the weekends, pretty much like a Friday or Saturday, me, my wife, and our three kids, we'll have like a movie night. You know what I mean? So it's like we just watch a whole bunch of different things, and we usually get pizza, and that's our thing. But as far as this Mortal Kombat, I did go into it having super high expectations, and I'm usually not the one to do that. But I seen the snippet, and once I saw my man Sub Zero, I'm like, oh no, oh no, this is about to be what? Nah, this is gonna be crazy. And I'm not saying it wasn't, because I liked the movie. Um, as far as the one thing what I could say that I wanted from this particular Mortal Kombat, um, I would say I wanted a little more action. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit more action, like a little bit more fight scenes. You know what I'm saying? It's just again Kano from this movie. Kano, he was that dude. I see a lot of people saying Kano's their favorite character. Kano stole the show. I mean, Kano stole the movie, things like that, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? He was, he had his moments. I definitely get that. Me personally, like Sub Zero's my dude. Sub Zero was about violence. You know what I'm saying? He came in about violence, like straight up and down. He came in about violence. Like he was on beef time. He was on wild out time. He was on, you know what I'm saying? He was on that. He was on that. So, like I said, when I do these reviews, I just like to talk about the movie as a whole. Maybe later on, if I build a community, I'll get more technical and things like that. But as far as the fight scenes, when there were fight scenes, I thought they was fire. I thought they was fire. I thought the graphics was fire. You know what I'm saying? I thought the costumes was fire. Um, I wish that Scorpion and like I just want it to be more of a tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like somehow if they could just tie in like all the characters and just like have a real more of a fight, like, oh word, yo, uh, you know, Jack's got to fight Sub Zero or whatever, whatever. You know what I mean? I think that would have been a little more crazier. But then again, like I said, I'm not knocking the fight scenes that they had. Um, I'm not mad. Yo, you know what I do want though? I want a Sub Zero movie. I want a straight up Sub Zero origin movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I want Sub Zero from a baby to him being Sub Zero. Like I want a Sub Zero life story, and you know, then go to Scorpion and do it like that. You know what I mean? I think that might be better if you just not necessarily all the characters because they'll have a million damn movies, but like your main characters, Sub Zero, Scorpion, you know what I mean, Luke Kane, like your main like the most popular characters. I wouldn't mind a story with them, and then you could sprinkle in other characters to go in that story as well. You know what I'm saying? If I was gonna rate this movie, um on a scale from 1 to 10, I personally will give it maybe a 6.5. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not mad at the movie. It's watchable. It's a good background movie, because a lot of times we'll call ourselves watching a movie, then we'll jump on our phone, and then the movie that we're watching becomes the background movie. You dig? So, again, like I said, it's some good background movie. It's a good background movie, and it's just something to watch. You know what I'm saying? So if you chilling around the crib, you want to throw something on, throw that on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was, like I said, man, I think a 6.5. I think a 6.5 is solid. It's definitely solid. Like I said, all my info's in the all my info's in the links is all my links is in the description in the bio. So if you want to hit me up and let me know what you think, I want to get this community going. I'm going to be back on here. Um, I'm not even gonna have a date. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna try and do is, and don't hold me to this, but I'm gonna try to drop Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna try and record. I'm gonna try and drop on Sundays, and then because like I said, these little reviews and stuff like that, what I'm gonna keep them short. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep them around the 10-15 minute mark until I build more of a community. You know what I mean? Then I can call people, like, do some Zoom interviews with people, and you know what I'm saying, interview them about their favorite movies and things like that. So until I build up the community, I'm gonna keep the episodes within the 10 to 15 minute uh mark. And I think that's solid just for me to come down and refer you guys to a movie, because that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just trying to hit, yo, you seen this? Check it out. You know what I mean? Um, so, like I said, until I help me build this community up, and then I could bring longer episodes. Because again, I watch movies all the time. So what I'm gonna do is, being that I'm thinking, if I watch a new movie, like let's say I'll go upstairs and I watch a movie, right? And you know, let's say I watch a movie and then I might just come down tomorrow and just record it, just because I just seen a new movie that I've never seen before or something like that. So Sundays is going to be my recording time, but random episodes could just pop up because I'm always watching a movie. You know what I'm saying? And if I feel like I'm watching a movie, like unless it's something that it's like something that I've already seen before and I'm just coming in to recommend it. If it's something that I haven't seen or something like that, or if I'm watching something I think is just like, oh nah, this is, you know what I mean, this need to be seen or whatever, we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So there can be some periodic drops and then Sundays. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? I might drop one, on a Wednesday and a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to get this back going. I need to get this back out there. I need to get this back going. So again, fuck with me, support, tell your friends. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who like movies, hit me up, man. You know what I'm saying? Put me on, because I watch all type of movies. So put me on. If I never seen it, I'll watch it. And then I come on here, I shout you out, I chop it up. You know what I'm saying? And we could do it like that. But again, Sub Zero, that's my favorite character out the joint. And yeah, man. So I'd say, like I said, 6.5 out of 10 is where I'm going with it. You know what I'm saying? I see some people calling that shit trash. I mean, I see some people saying that it was like the worst movie, and but that's Twitter talk, man. You know what I'm saying? That's Twitter talk. So it's like once somebody on Twitter say something, it's like that's just the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some weird dudes, you got some weirdos that be on Twitter saying one thing and then doing another thing, sitting at home with fucking watching Mortal Kombat, like, yo, oh, this my shit, but tweeting how whack it is. You're like, you got people like that just because they like to go with popular opinion. You know what I mean? I ain't like that. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I don't care who like it. I don't care who don't like it. We all got different opinions. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, Mortal Kombat, to me, I'm going 6.5 out of 10. Is it like, could it be better? Of course. And maybe they setting it up. This is the first one back. So maybe they setting it up for something else. So who knows? But again, I wouldn't, if you're just on Twitter and Instagram and you're looking at all the negative reviews and things like that, I got to see it for myself. I don't let anybody deter me from doing something or watching something just because they said is whack or they didn't like it. That's their opinion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. Um, I recommend it. Like I said, it's something to watch. If you're just looking to watch something, or if you want to see a couple dope fighting scenes or some good graphics, you know what I mean? It's something to watch. It's also something to have as, you know, some background TV or whatever the case. So, it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, this is the Movie Talk Pod. This is the Movie Talk Podcast. I am your host, Rick. Follow me on Instagram, Rick_BHR. Hit the email, themovietalkpod@gmail.com. I'm going to keep these episodes 10 to 15 minutes until we build our community, and then I'll make them longer, and we'll go from there. So, again, if you want to reach out, got some suggestions for me, hit me on my Instagram or the email. I'm out.